What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I'm going to be talking about my female Thor video I did, because apparently nobody got the memo, don't judge a book by its cover, and people lost their freaking minds in the comments and, going after me on Twitter. Now, for all the people that did watch the video, I apologize for this rant, but it's one of those things that has driven me crazy, since I was in high school, and you're in high school English class and you have to read a book, and there's that one idiot in the class that didn't read it, and the teacher asks them a question and they go on this tangent, and it's completely obvious to everyone else in the room that one person didn't read the book based on the way that they're answering the questions, and just looked at the book by its cover. Oh, there's this character in it. Oh, this person in the picture. Let me talk about that because it's probably relevant. And it actually has absolutely nothing to do with the actual content of the book. Well, there we go with that video. Now, people apparently thought that I made a video bashing on Natalie Portman. I didn't say a single bad thing about Natalie Portman. And again, I apologize to everyone that actually did watch the video. Well, to all of those that didn't, if you're back to watch this, well, then let me explain something to you. Just because something is canon, which a lot of people decided to bring that in as their argument. Oh, well, the female Thor, it's actually called the Mighty Thor, and it's canon. There's comic books. How dare you? This is in the comics. Marvel is going in the direction of the comic books. Well, guess what? We already watched that with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel? Oh, yeah, it made $1 billion, but, what happened to the whole thing about, all the seats being empty, How are those Blu-rays selling? Because all the videos I see, it's all Captain Marvel videos. Nobody wants to buy those DVDs, but guess what? Alita's sold out. So, 2 + 2 isn't equaling 4 there. You want to use the argument that, oh, well, female Thor is canon, doesn't mean it's good. You can go ask Stephen King. For those of you that aren't aware, Stephen King wrote this little book called It. I don't know if you've heard about it. There's a few movies, like the miniseries and the movies that are coming out. The part 2 is coming out. Well, guess what? A scene that should have been in part 1 because it's canon in the book didn't make it into the movie. It's canon. It's in the book. It's never going to be put onto the big screen or even, when it's made for TV. It will never make it past that chapter in the book because even though it's canon, doesn't mean it's good. No one will ever touch that scene. Everyone asks, why would you put that scene in this book? Even though it's a book about an evil entity that kills people, this scene is something that never will make it in. It to some people, it's worse than the horrors that Pennywise created. For those of you that read the book, you know what scene I'm talking about. Never going to make it into a movie. Never. Ever, ever, ever. Doesn't matter that it's canon. So everyone that's using that argument, think about that. Now, on to actually what was talked about in the video. I touched on the comics in the video. I said, all right, so just because she wields the hammer, because Jane Foster, apparently her husband and son die, she's going to get the power. Okay, she's going to use the weapon. That doesn't mean she's going to become Thor. You do understand that Thor is his name. I use this analogy. When Peter Parker wakes up in the morning, he's Peter Parker. He puts on the suit, and he's Spider-Man. Kind of like Gwen Stacy in, the Spider-Verse. They have the alternate universe where Gwen Stacy is the one that gets bit by the spider, and she becomes Spider-Woman. There's that. They didn't bash on Peter Parker. I believe in that universe, Peter Parker dies. And Gwen Stacy is the one that's the Spider-Man character, but the Spider-Woman character. It's a very popular character. People like Gwen Stacy as Spidey-Gwen. Because in the Peter Parker universe, Gwen Stacy dies. And in this universe, she lived and Peter didn't live. It's one of those parallel universe things. You can go watch The Twilight Zone. There's plenty of episodes about that. That is, I would say, a successful way of telling that story. But the way that they're doing it, they want to take this character that is already established, and you have an actor that plays him and plays him well, that actually wants to continue to play this character. It's not like Robert Downey Jr. where he's like, deuces, I'm done. It's not like Chris Evans where he's like, deuces, I'm done. Kill my character off. Kill me off so I don't have to play this character anymore. Chris Hemsworth is like, let me be Thor. I'm down to do it. You want me to do another movie? I'm there. You want me to go be in the Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm there. You want me to do this, and this? I will will do it. You got a guy with that charisma that has embodied this character to the fullest extent that I think we'll ever be able to see on the big screen in our lifetime. And you want to push him aside to have Natalie Portman come in? A woman that has said she didn't want to be associated with the MCU. She didn't want to be in the MCU anymore. They had to write her character out of the movie because Natalie Portman doesn't want to do it anymore? I don't understand the logic in that. That's what that video was about. And I used the example of He-Man. You don't bash on another character. Don't bring in Lady Thor, say, oh, well, Thor's not worthy of the hammer anymore. Let's give it to this girl because now she's worthy. And, you bash on that already established character that the audience likes to bring her in. A woman doesn't have to be empowered. A woman doesn't have to be a good character by bashing on a man. Just like a man doesn't become a good character by bashing on a woman. It goes both freaking ways. And that's why I brought in the whole analogy of He-Man. He-Man was a very successful character. If you don't know the story about He-Man, go watch the documentary on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us. And you can see how He-Man was they kind of pulled the entire concept out of their ass because it was a toy company, and then they decided to make a cartoon and a comic. And the toys were very successful, so the company that made all the girl toys said, hey, we want in on this success. They didn't go and change He-Man and make him into a woman. They didn't go make She-Man. No, what they did was they made She-Ra, and they had He-Man, an already established character that people like, introduce She-Ra, and introduce her as his twin sister that was taken. She's on this other planet. They reunite. She gets the power as well. And instead of, saying, well, out of the way, He-Man, I'm taking over for you, she says, hey, you know what, brother? Now that the lines of communication are open, I'm going to go back to my world because you got it here. You're facing Skeletor. You got Castle Grayskull. I'm going to go back to my planet because my planet needs me. They got you here. You stay here, He-Man. I'm going to go over there and fight my own battles and save this planet because you got it over here. And guess what? She was successful. She didn't need to bash on He-Man to make herself look better. He-Man and her worked together. He-Man endorsed her, and people stood behind her, and she was great. New She-Ra, we don't even need to talk about that. And I don't understand why this concept is lost on people, and that is what I talked about in the video. But for everyone that didn't watch the video, it was very apparent in the comments because everyone was just like, you're bashing on Natalie Portman. I can't believe you. What is going on to the world? A woman made a video about Natalie Portman not liking her as the female Thor. Oh my gosh, even women are misogynistic. It's like, you didn't watch the video. I didn't see a single bad thing about Natalie Portman. I don't understand. And now I'm losing my voice from this damn video. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because it just blows my mind. And there's sometimes when I get it, it's just, not everyone is going to sit through a 10-minute video on YouTube. I get it, I'm guilty of this sometimes. I'll watch, even though if it's a puppy video, I'll watch the, cute part, and then it's like, I'm on to the next thing, because that's kind of how humans are nowadays. We can't focus for, certain amounts of time, especially when we got other things in life going on. I get it. I 100% get it. But when you're going to not even watch the video and you're going to go at me on Twitter and then you're going to go off in my comments, and it just completely blew my mind by how many people did it. If you're not going to watch it, don't make yourself look stupid, because that's exactly what it did, and it blew my freaking mind how many people didn't watch the video and decided to go off on me because of it. So, I just wanted to make everyone aware, because I'm kind of, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand the world we're living in anymore. I haven't understood it for a long time, but this is just another one of those things. So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video if you watched it this far. But until next time, everyone, have a great rest of your day. And may the force be with you, because we are really, 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 really going to need it. Bye, everyone. What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and I have an Etsy store, so if you've ever wanted to own a print of my artwork, this is the place to go. As you can see, I have a lot of recognizable characters, from horror films to heroes to Star Wars characters. Some of the notable characters I have on here are Darth Vader, which I did a couple live streams painting, so you can own a print of this painting. I also have Luke Skywalker, the Binary Sunset version, one of my favorite scenes in the original New Hope movie. I have Darth Maul, which Ray Parks himself actually complimented me on Instagram. And then last but certainly not least, Ahsoka Tano. So if you want to own any of these prints, go right on over to my Etsy store. Again, that's the Art of Anna, That Star Wars Girl, or TSWG for short. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. What's up, everyone? I have a P.O. box, so if you want to send me some mail, go ahead and send it to Anna, That Star Wars Girl, or TSWG for short, at P.O. Box number 28171, Santa Ana, California, 927998171. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much.